Jack Campbell is a player that came into the NFL with very high expectations, a player at a position that is exceedingly rare to see in the first round, and many people felt like was one of the worst selections in the first round of the NFL draft. Despite Jack Campbell being easily the best linebacker prospect in the 2023 class and arguably one of the best linebacker prospects we've seen in years, many people thought due to the nature of the linebacking position, due to the nature of being an off-ball linebacker, Jack Campbell was not worthy of a first-round selection. However, Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes decided that with the 18th overall selection, they were going to give the kid from Iowa a chance, and it's not hard to see why they liked him as a player. Taking a look at him as an Iowa prospect, he was a 6'5", 245-pound linebacker with a 9.98 RAS score and elite college production. He could stop the run. He could get after the quarterback. He could pass cover better than almost any linebacker in college football. And he was easily the best prospect of the bunch last season. Taking a look at his college career, Jack Campbell had over 305 tackles, 13 and a half tackles for loss, 3 sacks, 5 interceptions, 10 passes defended, 3 forced fumbles, 3 fumble recoveries, and 2 defensive touchdowns coming in really his 3 years of collegiate play at Iowa. As I said, he could get in the backfield, he could cover, he could get to the quarterback, he could get sideline to sideline, he could get vertical. He was an elite linebacker at the college level and one of the best college linebackers that we have ever seen. As a prospect, he was being compared to Luke Kuechly, a player that came into the NFL, won Defensive Rookie of the Year, was a 7-time All-Pro player before his early retirement a few seasons ago. Now, Jack Campbell did not quite have the impact that Luke Kuechly did in year one, but he did have a solid role in the Detroit Lions defense and played a multitude of roles at a very, very high level. Taking a look at his rookie season, Jack Campbell totaled 95 total tackles, 5 tackles for loss, 2 sacks, 1 pass defended, 3 quarterback hits, and finished top 10 in Defensive Rookie of the Year voting. He was a player that played edge rusher for us, played defensive tackle at times, played off-ball linebacker, played Mike, played Will, played Sam. He played every single linebacker position that there was for the Detroit Lions. And for the most part, he played those roles really, really well. However, due to him playing a lot of different positions, due to him being a relatively young player at the position, not playing the position until his 3rd year as an Iowa Hawkeye, as well as just playing a lot of different positions and being asked to do a lot of different things as a rookie, it really felt like Jack Campbell was underutilized in this defense. It felt like Jack Campbell was learning 3 to 4 positions at a time and didn't really commit to one or learn how to play one until the second half and the latter part of the NFL season. However, later down through the ranks of the NFL year, after, that week 10 to 11 mark, Jack Campbell did start to come along a little bit better. About that Raiders game on Thursday Night Football, Jack Campbell became a better linebacker. He got a little bit more comfortable, played with a little bit less hesitation. He was a better football player all around, and you can see that in the second half of the season. His stats got better. He became a more consistent tackler, got in the backfield a little bit more, had a little bit more production as a pass rusher. But again, even though Jack Campbell had 95 tackles, 5 tackles for loss, 2 sacks, and a pass defended as a rookie linebacker, it felt like the big plays were missing. It felt like the turnovers were missing. The big defensive plays were missing. And unfortunately, they were. Jack Campbell was a good run-stopping linebacker, but that's kind of where his impact stopped. And that's partly the reason as to why Jack Campbell played just 60% of defensive snaps this year, despite being the 18th overall selection. However, going into the 2024 offseason, going into minicamp, Jack Campbell has a lot of praise, and many people expect Jack Campbell to take that big step forward in year 2. Coaches are giving him high praise, team captains are giving him high praise, and it seems like through the first couple minicamp practices that Jack Campbell is not only more confident, not only less hesitant, but he is taking command of the defense while making game-changing plays as a pass coverage linebacker. Now, taking a look at Jack Campbell, take a look at some of the quotes that we've seen already. Aaron Glenn came out before minicamp after OTAs and said that Jack Campbell really took control of the offseason. He took control of what he was able to control. He got a little bigger, a little stronger, a little more confident, and he came back in with the right mentality to be a true Mike linebacker. Aaron Glenn was very impressed with the way that Jack Campbell attacked the offseason, the way that he came back for OTAs, the way that he came back for minicamp, and said that that guy not only has the body and the skill set to be a true Mike linebacker in the NFL, but has the right mentality to be a true Mike linebacker in the NFL. And that it was very impressive to see as he came back from what was really a strong ending to his 2023 rookie campaign. Alex Anzalone, the team captain as well as teammate on the linebacking court, came out and said that Jack Campbell looked a lot more comfortable when he was playing on the defensive side of the ball. That hesitation wasn't there. The second guessing himself wasn't there. The overthinking was not there anymore for Jack Campbell. And he was just naturally playing the position, naturally flowing the football, naturally being in position to make plays, and looked a lot more like his Iowa self as opposed to his 2023 Detroit Lions rookie self. Now, Jack Campbell, as I said, is taking a little bit of control of the defense, becoming a little bit more of a leader, growing into that role slowly as Alex Anzalone is still the major captain on that unit. But it is worthy of note that Jack Campbell is becoming a more confident linebacker, a more fluid linebacker, a more natural linebacker, and just overall is becoming a better football player for the Detroit Lions. And not only is it translating off the field, but it is now translating on the field. As through 2 mini-camp practices, Jack Campbell already has 2 interceptions off of Jared Goff, a sack, as well as a pass deflection on a pass intended for Sam Laporta, again from Jared Goff. We are seeing Jack Campbell take that massive step forward for 2024. And I do think that Jack Campbell could potentially be a really, really good player and be set up to be a defensive superstar for the Detroit Lions this year. Last year, he already showed the ability to improve, already showed some great flashes down the stretch, and already showed some big time playmaking ability with his sacks, his pressure, some big time tackles, and just the ability to limit the running game for the opposing offense. But now I think in year 2, we're going to see Jack Campbell truly take that step into playmaker, take that step into getting 2 to 3 interceptions a year, forcing a couple of fumbles, turning the football over for the Detroit Lions defense and giving it back to that explosive offense. And I think that we're really going to see Jack Campbell take a massive step in that direction. I think a big part of Jack Campbell's lack of production last year was the fact that he was asked to play a lot of positions. They were playing him as an edge rusher. In the NFC Championship game, they had him bull rushing as a defensive tackle because that was their best option as a pass rush. But this year, with DJ Reader and Aleem McNeil coming along, with Broderick Martin developing, with Mekhi Wingo being really good, with Levi Onwuzurike having a really good camp so far, with Davenport and Hutchinson and Houston all healthy on that defensive line, it will allow Jack Campbell to play more of a true Mike linebacker role. It will allow him to play a more natural off-the-ball position where he doesn't have to rush the passer, where he doesn't have to be a defensive tackle, where he can be at his natural position and play with a position that he knows and loves. And I think that that is going to allow him to be more statistically impressive next season as opposed to where he was a season ago. And I think it will make it look like he has a bigger impact on the defense as he plays one pure Mike linebacker position. With all of that being said, that is all I have for you guys today. That is kind of the update on Jack Campbell. He's having a great mini camp, came back in with a great mindset, a great work ethic, and a great attitude, and he's making massive plays in training camp. Again, 2 interceptions, a sack, and a pass defended, all in a single team period, and he's taking control of the 2024 Detroit Lions defense. I think with the front 4 in front of him improving, I think with the secondary behind him improving, Jack Campbell will start to make a lot more from the football, will start to be a lot more impactful as a turnover guy and a playmaker. And I think 2024 is officially the start of the Jack Campbell breakout train. With all of that being said, that is all I have for you guys today. Let me know down in the comments below what you think about it and what you think about Jack Campbell as a player and his development. I'm very curious what you guys have to say and what you guys think. But with all of that being said, that is all I have for you guys today. Thank you all so much for watching. And until next time, and as always, go Lions.